AITA for refusing to change part of my wedding? 2 years ago I'm 26. Met my girlfriend Valentina, F23, at an Astros game and we started dating soon after that. We fell in love quickly and within a year, I was convinced that Valentina was my soulmate. She's beautiful, witty, charming, headstrong. In short, I wouldn't trade her for the world. I proposed to her in June and she accepted. And we've been starting to plan our wedding over the last few months. If everything goes smoothly, we'll be married in February 2024. One thing that I believe is important to mention is that Valentina's an immigrant from Mexico and I'm a white American. While this hasn't caused any major issues with our families, as my family loved her immediately and her family liked me as well, it's recently become a point of contention with my family. Because most of Valentina's family is still in Mexico and a lot of them can't speak English. Even Valentina struggles with the language's intricacies from time to time. Valentina asked me if we could have part of the ceremony in Spanish. I wanted her family to be able to experience the wedding fully. So I agreed to this almost immediately. However, when I brought this up to my family, they were less than enthused. My parents voiced displeasure that they wouldn't be able to understand some of my wedding. While I'm pretty much conversational in Spanish, they only speak English. And my brother called me out for inconveniencing my family to pander to my in-laws. I refuse to change this part of my wedding, and while Valentina's grateful to me for this, I can't help but wonder if this is the right hill to die on. Edit. A lot of people have asked me if I plan to have translators and/or a pamphlet in both languages. We'll include both. I see my wedding a lot, and I get it. What your family needs to understand is that while it is your singular wedding, it is also her wedding. I think the most important thing is that you and her understand every word at the wedding. NTA. Die on this hill. It's the very last hill you can stand on to support your fiancé. Then you stand on those hills together. NTA. They are upset because they wouldn't understand part of the ceremony? Have they no consideration for your in-laws who would understand none of it? Your family is showing their ugly side, and this is absolutely a hill to die on if you care for your future wife. NTA. Wait till they realize your children will probably be bilingual. They are terrible to be so upset about this. And I bet I can guess what is at the root of their issue. NTA. Your bride and you are tailoring the wedding ceremony so all guests can understand part of what's going on. Does she want any of the traditional Mexican wedding traditions included in the ceremony? Google it. The two of you should discuss this. If you haven't, because her family is going to want those things in the ceremony. Ignore your family. They're being jerks. Hugs and good luck. Dude. NTA. But your family. Kinda wow. If they are that concerned about your wedding, they can start babble Spanish right now and be just fine in time for the wedding. However, it sounds like they don't want to be inconvenienced. Not even in the slightest. As evidenced by them not giving one rat's ass about Valentina's family possibly not understanding the English portions of your ceremony. It's your wedding. It's your rules. Info. Did you ask your family how they would feel if the entire ceremony was in Spanish rather than just a portion? And they couldn't understand even a single word? Because that's how Valentina's family would feel if you caved. A wedding is a bringing together of families. And I feel that you are NTA for thinking that every party should be represented linguistically in the ceremony. Okay, wait. So your family feels that it is perfectly acceptable that your fiancé's family not be able to understand any of the wedding ceremony, and they're offended that you and your fiancé would like to include them? You aren't TA here. but your family sure is. NTA, as long as both parts of the wedding are covered in both languages, it should be fine. And BTW, it is a nice gesture from you to be inclusive for all. Info. Can you have a translator to translate the Spanish part to English and the English part to Spanish? NTA. I find it hilarious that your family is upset they won't understand the Spanish portion of the wedding, but are totally okay with forcing their daughter-in-law's family to understand none of the English side. Print a program script for the ceremony to give a copy to each attendee. In it, spell out the entire ceremony in both languages, so the English-only people can follow along. Dude, what? Also, thank you for being an incredible partner to your fiancé. That's amazing. You are NTA, but your whole family is NTA. It would be thoughtful to make up a card for each family with a translation of the part they won't understand. NTA, your family can start taking Spanish classes if they want to understand the entire reception. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. If your parents are upset that they won't be able to understand some of your wedding, then her parents would be too. If your family is being inconvenienced, then so is hers. I know this is hard to hear, but your family is being straight up racist, not like white hoods and light crosses on fire, but racist nonetheless. You, on the other hand, are NTA. NTA, your family sounds like a bunch of "we speak English in this country" mooks. NTA. I think it's wonderful that you respect and honor Valentina's side. Smile. NTA. Everyone has done a good job already explaining how hypocritical your family is being, so I won't add to it. I will, however, suggest why not just have a translator there so that everyone can hear all of it. Repeat the lines in both languages. Everyone gets to hear and understand. If your family objects to that, there's an even larger issue you're going to need to deal with. Good luck. NTA, this is exactly when you need to stand up to your family and let them know that your future wife's culture is extremely important to you. If it was fully in English, her relatives won't understand the ceremony either. You're being fair to both sides of the family, and this wedding is about both of you. You love her because of who she is and how she was raised, not in spite of it. Get ready for opinions on your wife's culture and language from your family in regards to child rearing, holidays, home management, etc. Stay strong and best of luck. NTA, are you not pandering to your own family by having the whole ceremony in English? You're not, but one could make the same claim. Your brother sounds like a real peach. Ultimately, it is you and your fiancé's wedding. It's not about your parents or your brother or even your fiancé's family. You both get to do whatever you feel will make the day perfect and special for you both. No one else's opinion even matters.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic AITA is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.